Hello everyone, welcome to Give Me a Whole Year. My name's Dan. I'll be taking you through Monday Night Raw, 19th of June. We've got a localish hometown hero coming back tonight. I don't know if you want to call him a hero, but it is Logan Paul. We have got a couple of matches supposedly announced, but supposedly Vince is there shaking things up. So I'm not going to go through what we have officially announced because that's up in the air at the minute. We're just going to have to play it by ear, see what happens on the night. I'll see you in a sec.
This is Broken Matt Hardy. Thank you for watching the Give Me a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast.
So I've just had a notification pop up on my phone from the WWE app itself, and they're basically saying that we are going to have Trish Stratus versus Raquel Rodriguez in Money in the Bank qualifier, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. That's it. We're also getting the return of Logan Paul, but apart from that, no idea. There is rumours from Misfit Game, as per sent me a message already saying that Bron Breakker and Tommaso Ciampa are both backstage tonight. That could be interesting. That could be something storyline-wise going forward. You could have Bron Breakker show up after the challenge that he issued Seth Rollins. You've got Tommaso Ciampa, who's been away with injury. He could be coming back to form the way with Gargano, Indy Hartwell, and Candice LeRae. Dexter Lumis, I think, was in there as well. So was Austin Theory, but I don't think Austin Theory will be in there. Let's have a look at what we've got in. I know we've got Sassy in. How are you doing? What else have we got? Michael did sort of pop in briefly to say that it's not going to be on tonight. He's feeling tired. That's not a problem, dude. Thanks for sticking your head in just to say hello. We've got Nomar in. How are you doing? We've got Huang in. How are you doing, Huang? And have we got anyone else in? We've got Matthew linking over on our Facebook channel. How are you doing? Great match for Mania next year. Cena versus Edge versus Orton. Loser retires. I quite like that. I think that is a great triple threat match. Whether Orton could get back, I mean, I know that it's a fantasy booking, but them three together, I think, would be an absolutely fantastic match. And it would be like an end of an era legacy type thing that we did with Triple H and Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. So it could be whoever can actually wrestle goes in the match. If Orton isn't cleared from back injury, because that's what he's out with at the minute, it could be where he is the special guest referee, which I think, again, it would create a very interesting, unusual dynamic. But out of that, yeah, I completely agree. But then again, who would you want to retire? I know Edge has sort of thrown in that he's going to be retiring either this year or next year. But would you want Edge to retire? Would you want Cena to retire? Or would you want Orton to retire out of them three? Actually, let me stick a quick poll in. Let's get a poll going for you. Who should retire first? And Cena and Randy Orton. There we go. Let's see what the community thinks. So I've just put a quick poll in just before we start the first match on Monday Night Raw. So I better get these earphones in. Sassy's just coming indoors. Wong's doing good. That's good to hear. Edge, you're too much of a Cena fan. Yeah. I mean, out of the three, I think Edge is the one that is probably closest to retirement. If all three can still go in the ring, I think Edge is the one that would want to retire first. Randy Orton could be at the point of being forced to retire because of the injury that he's got at the minute. So it creates a very interesting dynamic. I think that'd be quite cool. Oh, we're starting off with the Architect, Seth freaking Rollins. Supposedly he had the open challenge. But in Misfit Gamer, who did message me, basically said that they've taken off any reference to the open challenge. But the crowd seemed massively hot for Seth, singing along as loud as I've ever heard him. The entranceway is absolutely packed, full of ladders, ready for Money in the Bank. I think it's next weekend, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just 2 weeks away. Or is it just less? Yeah, so it's a week on Saturday. So by the sounds of it, he's going up against Bron Breakker tomorrow night in NXT. So I think they're going to set up Bron Breakker showing up. Seth just in the ring, arms wide, just soaking in that crowd atmosphere. Oh, no, we've got Finn Balor attacking from behind. So we are going Seth versus Balor, or the champion versus Finn Balor at Money in the Bank. So they're going for it. They're absolutely brawling. Already on the outside, fighting on the announce desk. Balor with the upper hand. Oh, Balor pushing Seth into the ring post. And then just he's got the mount on him. Raining right hands down. Referee's trying to stop him, but stomps now to Seth. More reinforcements are coming from backstage. More refs. Adam Pearce is out here. So a lot of heat for Finn Balor already. Oh, that's a face that I haven't seen for a little while. Jason Jordan's out there. Oh, beautiful. Balor ran past the sort of officials, used the steps and did an elevation. Beautiful stomp. Coup de grace off the steps on the outside. Balor's still not giving up. He's jumped up onto the announce desk and another coup de grace off the announce desk. Adam Pearce looks quite angry, shouting at Finn. Jason Jordan's in the way as well. It's nice to see that Jason Jordan's still being used after the horrific injury to his neck that he had. And he's still at least sort of got work. He's supposedly doing a lot of good backstage producing, though, which is nice to see. Balor's still going. Again, off the steel steps. Another coup de grace. Third one. Balor looks absolutely thrilled with himself. We got Luke. How are you doing, Luke? Hope everyone is good. Yeah, seems to be. How's everyone doing? having a good weekend? Or did you have a good weekend? Are you having a good week so far? So we're on the first commercial break. So I'm going to do what I usually do. Michael's not in, I don't think, but I've still got my snacks. I don't forget. So instead of the 5-pack of pepperoni, I've changed it up this week. I've gone for the multi-pack, but these are small mini ones. So they are tiny ones. They're so cute. And they're about one mouthful at a time. So I can just pop them in one after the other. And then I have got some cakey bars. So I've got Cadbury's fudge cake bars. So it's sponge with a bit of chocolate and then the fudge filling out of the Fudge Fingers chocolate bars. Absolutely delicious. There was a bit warm when I got them earlier on, so I put them in the fridge to cool them off. So they'll be nice and delicious when I get around to having one of them. I've gone for a different flavour of Monster today. So I've got Ultra Paradise, which is a lime green one. I don't know what flavour it's meant to be, but it's a citrusy style one, which is yummy as well. And on the other side, I've got my water bottle. But it's not got water in it. It's not got vodka before you ask. It's got some lemon and lime juice just to keep me hydrated because it is quite warm in the UK at the minute. So that should keep me hydrated. We got Lee in. How are you doing, Lee? What happened to Seth Rollins? So it started off. He came out to the ring. He didn't get a chance to say anything. He was just in the ring, listening to the crowd. And then Finn Balor jumped in from behind. There was a coup de grace off the steel steps on the outside to Seth, then a second one off the announce desk, and then the third one again was one off the steel steps. So Seth has had 3 coup de grace before anything else has happened on the show. We've gone to a commercial break while they got Finn Balor away from Seth, and that's it. So we're coming back onto Monday Night Raw right now. One thinks Randy Orton should be the retired first. I think that's a very plausible outcome. There we go. Wong's letting you know as well, Lee. So just coming back, we're going to recap of what just happened about 3 minutes ago. So Seth Rollins is not going to wrestle tonight. No, I'd be very surprised if he did. There was meant to be an open challenge tonight. I know there is definitely meant to be a match tomorrow against Bron Breakker on NXT. Whether they are happening tomorrow or not is a completely different matter now. Someone like Seth gets what he deserves. I don't know. I don't know if he deserves it, but we're backstage. Balor again. Vicious attack on Seth. Attacking from behind, throwing him into desks, tables, catering tables, even travel cases. This is a good, exciting start to Monday Night Raw. It's very, very sort of not believable, but very, very intense. I quite like that. Balor again grabbing the title, shoving his boot in Seth's face, saying, "I'm going to take the title at Money in the Bank." Sassy loves this Balor, yeah. I really like this intensity. Huang likes Balor, still favourite superstar, but don't like Seth. That's a good call. I mean, Finn Balor's absolutely brilliant. He's fantastic wrestler. Oh, who's this? Oh, the Miz is in the ring. This is quite a good start to Monday Night Raw. I can rock Corey's outfit. I didn't see what his outfit was. I completely missed it. So the Miz is annoyed because he was going to accept the open challenge. I didn't think he'd be happy, Sass. Going from Balor and Seth Rollins to the Miz. You can't have everything though, can you? Is the Miz on Inverted Icon? Yeah. Miz is wanting everyone to see what a winner looks like against a room full of losers. Ciampa is back. Yes. About time. This is really good start to Monday Night Raw. Having Ciampa back. So Ciampa's coming back. He's just been shouting. It's been a long time, which it has. He's been out with an injury. He's got to turn on the Miz. I know him and the Miz had a bit of a thing going. Oh, straight right hand to the Miz. Beautiful. Teased the Miz by going for a hug. And just straight right. Ciampa shouting, ring the bell. Beautiful. Let's get with Paul going for this, guys. Miz versus Tommaso Ciampa. So Ciampa. We're going a Ciampa clap. He's beating up on the Miz. It's great. Let me just get a quick poll ready for you. There you go. That should be done. Get the banner done. There we go. Back to excellent. Ciampa's baby, yeah. Ciampa as a heel is so much better. We got Daniel in. How are you doing, Daniel Wiley? Are you having a good week so far? Sassy's saying, beat him like he owes you money. That's a great way to put it, Sassy. Ciampa is that sort of person where if he doesn't get his money off you, he will ruin you. Ciampa's pulling down the knee pad and the knee protection. Oh, Miz just got out of the way. Beautiful DDT from the Miz. I thought you might be happy, Sassy. Anytime the Miz or Austin Theory is getting a boot to the face, you'll love it. So Miz with a mount on Ciampa, raining down left hands. Trying to bounce Ciampa's head off the mat. Big boot. Do we reckon we're going to get Gargano turn up to save Ciampa and reform DIY? That'd be the route I'd like to see. Ciampa's fighting back. Big chops. And ends up eating a big boot from the Miz. Once we've got through this match, we're on a commercial breakdown. I'll go through them again for you. Don't worry. Just gonna move it. So Miz in the ropes with Ciampa now, raking the eyes. Two-time Grand Slam champion, The Miz. But we're getting Tommaso Ciampa chance now. Again, trying to rake the eyes of Ciampa, then boot to the midsection. And again. And a third time from The Miz. Hip surgery for Ciampa. That's why he's been out for the past 9 months. Oh, Miz having a bit of a fight back from Ciampa now. Couple of big chops and then whipped into the corner by The Miz. Beautiful clothesline in the corner. Miz going up to the top. And then went for something off the top rope, but Ciampa with a beautiful dropkick catching The Miz on the way down. Double underhooks from Ciampa. Fairy tale ending. 1, 2, 3 count. Beautiful. Ciampa gets the win on his return. Everyone, yeah, I think everyone knew Ciampa was going to win that one. Great start to Monday Night Raw. Again, still going. 15 minutes in, we've had a beautiful attack from Balor. We've had the return of Tommaso Ciampa. And then an impromptu match. Yeah, it's brilliant, brilliant. I'm the same. I mean, I can't stop smiling for different reasons to you, Sassy. I know you're smiling because The Miz got beat. But that was absolutely fantastic. Great opening segment to Monday Night Raw. Or a couple of segments. So I'll quickly go through them for you, Daniel. So instead of the normal 5-pack of pepperami that I normally have, I've got the mini pack. So in there, you get little mini pepperamis instead. And the cute little ones. I've got some fudge cake bars. So Cadbury's cake bars. And then I've got some wafers with a coconut filling, which they're absolutely delicious as well. Sassy's going to Logan Paul. I know. I thought I would sort of tease people with a big return of a hometown hero because that's what they're calling it. Logan Paul is from just outside of Cleveland. Even though he doesn't live there, I think he lives in Puerto Rico now. And we've got Judgment Day as a full unit coming out. Damien Priest, Balor, women's... I think it's women's champion now, isn't it? Rhea Ripley and Dom Dom. Yeah, Rhea's been announced as women's world champion. So everyone's got microphones, so I'm expecting big promo. Sassa's got vanilla pudding. Yes, I'm a big fan of that one. String cheese, big fan of that one. Chips, depends on what they are. And salsa, I'm not a big fan of. But the rest of it, give me all day long, Sassy. We've got Cam in. How you doing, Cam? Don't worry if you're late. We don't have a schedule here. Well, I do. I've got to be on for at least 1 o'clock in the morning UK time. But you can stick your head in whenever you like. Yeah, Logan Paul. That's kind of why I did it on the thumbnail. Because I know Logan Paul generates a lot of hype, so I thought if I use that, it might get us viewers. If we get viewers, we might get someone subscribe. If we get someone subscribe, it means we can earn a bit more revenue, which means we can continue doing this for a bit longer for you. I'm going to have a pepperami while we're on commercial break. I don't care. So yeah, so only tiny ones, are normally sort of about that long. So just handy to do in one bite. Sassy agrees with Cam, stealing wrestler spots for his own ego. I don't believe that is part of it, but it's very similar to Bad Bunny. You'll look at what they are and what they do. They do bring in a lot of eyes from people who wouldn't normally watch wrestling. So people might follow people like Logan Paul on YouTube or listen to Bad Bunny on Spotify or any sort of other sort of streaming services, YouTube Music, stuff like that. And they might hear that Logan Paul or Bad Bunny are doing something in WWE. And because they are that big fans of that person, they will watch WWE, and that is what WWE are after. They want as many eyes on the product as possible, so they want the biggest stars in the music, movie, TV, any sort of industry that can then generate eyes on the product. And then once they're watching a little bit, they may get hooked onto wrestling, and that is what they're after. So it's a very, very savvy business model, bringing in these big, huge stars. And that's why you have people return from sort of like the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, because they will bring in the fans that haven't probably watched for a few years. So that's just sort of, it's business sense, but it is a very clever thing to do. There's a YouTube channel I would like, Beard Meets Food, based in the UK. Guy with a beard goes around doing incredible eating challenges. I'm going to go put that in my YouTube list now. That one. Beard Meets Food. Subscribe. There we go. Yeah, I've actually seen this guy already. He's been on a Channel 4 documentary about how to beat the all-you-can-eat buffets, and I think there will probably be a video on his channel. But he'll eat 9, 10, 11 plates worth of food, which is incredible. So Norma Sassy says she watches that one. Just found it. Norma loves it. 2-foot chocolate eclair, big around like a football. So Balor is talking about the Open Challengers being cancelled for tonight. Rhea is now saying, sit down, shut up, and respect your mammy. The crowd are just singing Seth's music. Rhea's now saying, that you should all be bowing at our feet because Balor is going to be bringing home the World Heavyweight Championship home to the Judgment Day. So Damian Priest is going to win the Money in the Bank, says Rhea. So Rhea's talking about Dom pouring down Cody Rhodes now as well. It could be a very, very good Money in the Bank for Judgment Day. Damian Priest as the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Finn Balor could be the World Heavyweight Champion. Rhea Ripley being the Women's Heavyweight Champion, and then Dom beating Cody Rhodes. That could be a very, very good Money in the Bank for Judgment Day. So Damian Priest saying that the Money in the Bank will have Damian Priest written all over it. Sassy almost lost it on that 2-footy Claire. Yeah, make sure it's meats, as in the food. Sorry about that. I've just sort of last week bought a new sort of little bit bigger desk just to make things a little bit more comfortable. It means I can have my mic positioned in a lot better position for me. And it means that if I sneeze, I can sort of quickly mute it. So Dom was about to speak and the crowd just boo. Absolutely relentless boos. And then we're going a "You suck" chance. Soon as that mic goes anywhere there, boos again. Judgment Day may dominate Money in the Bank. Yeah, they could. They could. Don't think they will, but they could. Again, crowd being absolutely ruthless with these boos to Dom. Again, third time, gets just to his lips, and then the boos massively start. Rhea shouting, "Show Dom some respect." So Dom has got the point of he doesn't care, so he's just shouting. He's saying to Cody needs to find 2 other guys and they'll have a 3-on-3 match tonight. Challenge to Cody Rhodes, Dom, Balor, and Priest going up against Cody and 2 partners of his choice. Who do we think that could be then? Sassy's saying for her it's not worth a boo. I don't know. If we hate Dom that much, we want to boo him, don't we? Oh yeah, I've just seen the shirt that Cody's wearing. Not Cody. Corey. He looks very, very reserved. There's no flashy suit tonight. Why not? We're going to recap of SmackDown with the Bloodline. Roman saying that are you in or are you out to Jey Uso? And then Jey Uso saying that it's either Paul Heyman or himself. Reigns fought back and said that it's his wise man. When you're tribal chief, Jey, you can have your own wise man. It was such a well-done segment, well-done promo from both guys. And then we had Jimmy Uso come out. It was so well done. I watched it when I was at work the next day, and Jay's acting was absolutely phenomenal. Roman Reigns sort of gaslighting Jay, and then Jimmy coming out doing the same sort of thing in a different way, and basically pulling on the heartstrings from both sides. So Jay was sort of made to be the right-hand man, and Jimmy was the one that sort of didn't agree with it, which made a lot of tension in the ring. And then Jay was sort of devastated by that news, which you would be, wouldn't you? Roman sort of laughing at the argument that the two brothers have. I mean, the thing that I did quite like is they used his real name Joshua instead of Jay, and to make it a lot more believable. So there was so many teases of Jey Uso siding with Roman Reigns. Jimmy is obviously out of the bloodline. Roman's laughing when he says that Jimmy's out. But the old switcheroo happens out of nowhere because Jey announces that he's out too. And that then throws a super kick straight to Roman Reigns' chin. Heyman, the wise man, looks absolutely shocked. And the two brothers, the Usos, pair up and super kick Roman's head off. So Money in the Bank, as far as I know, we are getting the Usos versus Solo and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. So that, I think, will be an absolutely fantastic match. There's so many deep stories you could tell in that. So Byron Saxton's backstage. And he is with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been so entertaining lately. He said, why do you care about the bloodline? Why do we have to worry about this every week, says KO. Sami Zayn saying enough's enough. Sami Zayn's going to come straight out and say it. Sami says he thinks Kevin Owens is a rageaholic and he has an anger problem. Kevin Owens doesn't believe he has an anger problem. Sami says if he can go the rest of the night without having any more tantrums, he has to admit there's a problem. If he can go the rest of the night without a tantrum, Sami will drop it. But one outburst, he has to admit he's got a problem. Therapy gimmick again. I know, but I quite like it. It's quite funny. If the match happens, it'll be interesting to see the friction between Damien and Balor continues. I think it will. I think we might even see JD McDonough again. We've got Sonya Deville coming out now. So we're going Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Going up. Oh, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. So I'm only going to have space to write the last name. So I'm going to go Deville and Green versus Chance and Carter. Sassy loves the therapy gimmick. Kane and Bryan was hilarious. Kane and Bryan absolutely knocked out the park. It has been announced. They've said it's happening next. So I'm going to put the poll up ready for you guys. Deville and Green versus Chance and Carter. So back on commercial break. So I think that if they're going to do what they did, or going to do, what they did last week with Chance and Carter going up against Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, they had a brilliant showing, but managed to come up short against the women's tag team champions. So I think that this week they give them the win. But like last week, they had a great showing, even though they didn't win the match, but it was against the women's tag team champions. This week, give them the win against the Karen team, I think we're going to call them. Because that's the gimmick they've got in it. They're playing the Karen stereotype. So I think that, you've got to give them the win. Especially if you want to build them up as a respected team, as a team that is going to be built for the future. So there's one of the little cake bar things. Oh, that way. So Norma thinks Chance and Carter will win. Seems they are getting a push. Exactly. They need tag teams and they are good. They are very good, Sassy. They work so well together. They've got a unique look. They've got great action, great in-ring presence. Even though they're not the biggest team, they are still absolutely fantastic. So we're getting a TikTok video. We're going sort of like a few different ones. So yeah, we are going a Karen style promo using TikTok. Chelsea Green sort of kicking off about not wanting to go back to a restaurant. So I've just had a bite into it, and then you've got the sponge at the bottom, and then the fudge filling just on top, wrapped in chocolate. So we're getting a road rage incident with Chelsea Green now as well. So great energy on the entrance. The music is really popping. I think that's great at getting the crowd hyped up. A few years ago, Stephanie made Dean Ambrose a doctor specialising in abnormal psychology. Yeah, it's always a great gimmick. It's such an easy one to tell because it's such a wrestling trope. It's like a steel chair to the back. It's something that we see quite regularly. So, chance in the ring starting off with Sonya Deville. Chelsea Green, with a bit of a distraction, allows Sonya Deville to get the upper hand. Big boot. Chelsea Green tagging in now. Oh, naughty, naughty. Chelsea Green punching Carter on the ring apron. So Katana was being thrown to the outside, but Chance on the apron. Beautiful. Sonya Deville tagged in now. Carter gets the upper hand, using it, doing a drop kick into the corner, and then twisting in midair to land a splash on Chelsea Green on the ring mat itself. Beautiful. Tag to Carter. Oh, beautiful double team. Moonsault, springboard moonsault, and a springboard leg drop at the same time. Landing flush on Sonya Deville. So Cat tagged in. And Chance tagged in. Sonya Deville. Beautiful. The after party finisher. 1, 2, 3 count. Beautiful. Nice, easy squash match. After party. Beautiful finisher. It's basically a neck breaker and a splash from the top rope at the same time. Beautiful, beautiful. Chelsea Green kicking off. So Juan chose Chance and Carter to win. Yeah, your vote, got it. So they're a man sassy of Bailey and Sasha. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Very sort of light. They're very likable as a team. Easy to enjoy watching them come out to the ring and perform. So I've got Kathy Kelly stood in the entranceway, introducing Cody Rhodes. control. Do it all to get them off their feet. Crowd is here. About to blow. Wait for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up. Whoa. Such good fun song. I love it. So one misses the hugging Bailey still, yeah. Bailey the hugger was such a good character. I think it did get a bit boring after a little while, but I would quite like to see that sort of style Bailey return at some point in the future. No, man, the Ambrose gimmick was funny. You love anything that Ambrose did, Sassy. Pretty much anyway, didn't you? So we've got Cody sort of putting over the Judgment Day, but then talking about Dom. Cody should go find two guys. Cody accepts. I'd love to see. I don't know who it could be. Huang's favourite is the American Nightmare. Yep, I completely agree. I can't fault him. He's fantastic. We know, Sassy. We know. He could roll around in mud and you'd still offer to wash him down. You'd probably offer to towel dry him as well, wouldn't you? I know your game, Sassy. I've just got the refresh button there, and it refreshed me. Cody Rhodes, nice, good looking too. So we know who you're a fan of then, Juan. We know who Sassy's a fan of. Oh yeah, we know. Don't matter how filthy Moxley was, you would still offer to wash his back for him. So what's Swan asking? Do we think Cody's good looking and nice as well, Sassy? So, well, Sassy's answering that one. I was going through a couple of the wrestling boxes I got from a couple of years ago, and with the warm weather, trying anything to cool down, fans, ice drink, stuff like that, and actually found these in one of the boxes. So it's got Otis, sort of like, it's not a real signature, but it's a print of his signature, and it's from the Heavy Machinery days. Oh, that way. And it's basically saying, when you need to cool down, Heavy Machinery is the logo. And it's just, you give it a squeeze, and it generates sort of a cooling gel in there. So it's nice if you just want to cool down a little bit. They don't work that well, but everything to try and help cool down is a bonus at the minute. So one who thinks Cody can become a famous superstar, more popular. Yeah, I mean, Cody is very popular anyway. He's world famous already. So I think that everything he said is already pretty much there. So Cody's good looking, but you'd probably prefer him with a bit of stubble, wouldn't you, Sassy? And you're like your man bears. So a big cuddle bear, I think. So is it more sort of like the Viking, well, maybe not Viking, but the sort of outdoors country Alaskan style that you go for? The one that looks like he could cut down a tree. Oh, we've got Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander coming out to the ring for a match. Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, who are they going up against? Oh, in the share. Let's get that poll going. Even though I know it's probably going to be a squash match again. There we go. That poll should be coming live any second. Yeah, of course. Wong has good taste. Drew, Seth, even Via. So is it the beard? Because I know Moxley's has a bit of a beard. Via does, Seth does, Drew does. But then you don't like Austin Theory, who's got a bit of a beard now. Is that a double standard? Oh, so Shelton Benjamin with a rising knee to Sanga on the ring apron. So Cedric Alexander in the ring. Super kick from Shelton Benjamin. Sanga again gets up to the apron, but Alexander takes him out. Cedric Alexander went for a splash to the outside over the top. Oh, caught by Sanga, but Shelton Benjamin with a blockbuster off the ring apron. Jinder Mahal just stood looking on the outside. Via flattens Shelton Benjamin in the ring. Sanga picking Cedric Alexander up and slamming him onto the sort of barricade on the outside. Wong's going for Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander for this one. So, oh well, says it, Wong. Got to have a look of a barbarian or a warrior. I'll stop sassy, don't worry. So, in the share with the upper hand now. Destroying Shelton Benjamin. Jinder's on the outside, just looking on. In comes Via. Via up to the second rope. Beautiful side slam and elbow drop. 1, 2, 3 count. So not exactly a squash, but a very, very, very quick paced match. Yes, Queen Dan. Oh, the Barbarian Warrior. Oh, so someone has just spilled a drink onto Kevin Owens and he can't kick off. So it's not a Barbarian Warrior. That's the look that Sassy likes. So big bearded men. Dominant match, yep. Indus Sher has actually been really impressive since coming up. Moxley, Via and Indus Sher are both Barbarian. Yeah, definitely. We've got Riddle backstage talking about some of his favourite movies. So almost snapped, did Kevin Owens. So this is going to be, I think, a good recurring segment throughout the Tonight Show. So going into a commercial break again. So Wong thinks Matt Riddle will win this one. Yeah, I think Matt Riddle will beat Ludwig Kaiser later on tonight. It's warm. What's the temperature at the minute across here? Let's have a look. So it says 16 degrees. What's that in Fahrenheit? So it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which doesn't sound warm, or you probably don't think it's that warm. But it's been 20 degrees, 25 degrees all day. And this room I'm in, this wall behind me, and so the wall that's sort of there goes like that, and then it goes like that, sort of along here. That gets the sun from about 11 o'clock in the morning all the way up until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So it's just constantly being bombarded with sun, and it just turns into an oven in here. So it just gets super warm. I might open my window just to see if there's a little bit of cool air. So we're still on a commercial break. I wonder what it's going to be when we come back, because we've already had 3 matches so far. It's been shocking that we're actually going wrestling on a wrestling show this week. I know it has been sort of a bit better over the past few weeks, but I do think that it's now starting to put more wrestling on the shows. I don't know if that is Triple H. I don't know if that is Vince trying to give the fans what they're after, which is more wrestling. But it does seem to be working a lot better, because the Raws have been very, very exciting lately. So tonight's show is from Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, Sassy, are you going to turn over? Because we're getting Logan Paul coming out now. Logan Paul's in the ring, sat on a ladder, right next to the Money in the Bank briefcases. Logan Paul saying it's a pleasure to be back in the state of Ohio. Logan Paul saying that it's nice to see a lot of kids with untapped potential. A lot of the best people have come from right there in Cleveland. So you've had LeBron James, Jerry the King Lawler, Logan Paul as well. So Logan Paul's talking about the moments that made him great, and the moment that made him great was when he left. So Logan Paul left to pursue his dreams in Hollywood. Cleveland got to freeze in winter. So it's running down the city of Cleveland itself now. Logan Paul saying he's the best that Cleveland have. So his brother lost his last boxing match. Logan Paul lost his match against Seth Rollins, and The Miz lost tonight. So today's the day that Clevelanders stop losing. So today is going to put some respect back on Cleveland's name. How's he going to do that? So Logan Paul called the executives. So Logan Paul is going to be competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I knew it. So Logan Paul's going to take the championship whenever he wants. Logan Paul said he's going to cash in on whoever the champion is. Once he does, he's going to take shots. He's going to knock some shots back. So I've got Ricochet coming out. Ricochet wants to congratulate Logan Paul because he's now in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet knows, and everybody else knows, the only reason that Logan Paul got added into the match. That's because Ricochet made Logan Paul go viral. Yeah, they had that crazy spot where they both did a springboard crossbody into each other. So Ricochet's saying that he will be walking out as Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh, and we're getting Nakamura coming out now. Nakamura and Ricochet over the past couple of weeks have sort of had run-ins with Bronson Reed. Logan Paul's in the ring with a bottle of his prime. So Nakamura has got a reason to win. King of Strong Style is going to be Money in the Bank. Oh, we're getting LA Knight. We're getting LA Knight on Monday Night Raw. Place is popping for LA Knight. From SmackDown Cross. Logan Paul's so good on the mic. I absolutely love him. So Logan Paul. So LA Knight has brought Logan Paul has brought a map for Logan Paul. So Logan Paul can shove them bottles of Prime wherever he wants. I won't go to where, but you know where I'm talking about. Oh, we're getting Santos Escobar as well. So looks like we're getting everyone show up. We got Yazza in. How are you doing, Yazza? Did they just pull another Austin Theory? So, yes, Queen. Yeah, Nakamura looks amazing. And then we've got Butch coming out as well from the Brawling Brutes. Yeah, Logan Paul's on Raw, but he's being investigated for crypto fraud. So, oh, beautiful. Butch didn't have a microphone. Just came straight in, swung straight for Logan Paul. LA Knight's tossing Nakamura to the outside. Santos Escobar and Ricochet go to the outside. Oh, Logan Paul tosses Butch to the ring apron and then flans him with a right hand. Logan Paul off the ropes. Beautiful, beautiful front flip over the top rope. Landing on his feet. Taking out Santos Escobar and Ricochet. That was ridiculous. Got ZJI. How are you doing? Oh, he was undercover. Okay. There goes our hopes of LA Knight winning. I don't know. I don't think they'll put it on Logan Paul. No edge, just fight. That's the Butch attitude, isn't it? Butch is all about the fists, not words or anything like that. Oh, we're doing Misfit. I didn't realize it. I was going to say I didn't realize it was you. I brought your message up, so I knew it was you. I just didn't actually register that it was you. Sorry, dude. How are we doing? Thanks for the messages earlier on. Yeah, let people know when we first come on air that they've sort of made changes to Monday Night Raw. So Logan Paul being added as a Vince call, obviously, yeah, it makes complete sense that it's a Vince call. But I mean, we're just over an hour in, and this has been an absolutely banging Monday Night Raw. It's been great. We've had the start with Balor and Seth going absolutely Balor going crazy on Seth Rollins to start off the show. We've had The Miz and a returning Tommaso Ciampa. Absolutely fantastic again. Great match. And then backstage, there was Balor attacking Seth Rollins again. Oh, it's been a great show so far. So Balor was talking about it's been 7 years he's been waiting for revenge. Obviously, they had the first Universal Championship match. It was a SummerSlam, if I remember rightly, 2016. And that's the match where Seth went for the buckle bomb on the outside and Balor dislocated his shoulder and had to relinquish the title the next night on Monday Night Raw, which was such a shame. Oh, we've got Riddle coming out now. So I presume we're getting Riddle and Ludwig Kaiser, so I'll get a poll going and everything for you guys. Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. That one. There we go. If you want to vote, get your votes in the chat, guys. WWE is about to redo 2022 Money in the Bank again, by the sounds of it. So warm. Yeah, I think I'm going to open my window, so I'll be back in a sec, guys. It is going to say toilet break. It's not a toilet break. It's just giving me a second to open the window. And I'm back. I have just put my fan on, so if you can hear anything, and it doesn't sound as clear as it was a minute or two ago, just let me know and I'll turn it off. So they're going to give a winner you want in Io and a winner you don't want in Logan Paul. Yeah, probably. Although I still think they'll probably put it on LA Knight. I think LA Knight is still the best call for the match. Sassy says, yeah. No more high hopes for Priest winning, but so much for that. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's LA Knight, then Logan Paul, then Damian Priest in the match. I think that's the order of most likely to win. Sassy saying the first hour was good because the focus was on the wrestling. It was brilliant. Nama wanted Damian to win too. Sassy, as well wanted Damian. I think Damian would have made a lot of sense because he's the person that WWE are quite high on. So it makes perfect sense to put the Money in the Bank briefcase on him. But LA Knight is the one that I think they are really, really wanting to push. So I could see him putting it on LA Knight. I think Logan Paul is in there to try and create a bit of mystery and throw things in the air. Because now he's been announced for the match, I think a lot of people will go, well, it's obviously Logan Paul. There's no reason to be put in otherwise. But he ended up losing against Seth Rollins, which I don't think many people expected. Usually these celebrities do come in and do end up getting the wins quite on a regular basis. But I think Logan Paul is more of understanding the business, so he doesn't mind taking a loss if he knows it's going to be beneficial for either the story or himself in the future. How does it sound, guys? Just because I don't want to make it where the sound's awful. So like I said, I have got a fan pretty much blowing sort of on me now. So if it sounds like there's like wind or something like that, I can always turn it off if you need me to. WWE doesn't like to give you everything you want all in one night. Yeah, I know they don't like to. But if you look at, I think it was WrestleMania 34, they gave us Brock versus Seth, and Seth won. They gave us Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi won. And then they gave us Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch, and Becky won. So they do every so often give us everything that we expect or everything that we want. It was a shocking WrestleMania because it was all three of the baby faces winning and all three pretty much winning clean. But it was such a good, feel-good show. Kaiser just cracked Sassy up. The prep kid with a kick me sign on his back. Yeah, he's probably one that'll have a shirt on, and he'll have the pocket protector for his pens as well, won't he? I think WWE had no choice to put the title on Kofi to prevent backlash. Yeah. I mean, they could have kept the title on Brock, and I don't think people would have complained, but it wouldn't be unexpected. But to give us all three matches that people wanted the babyface to win, and it was storyline the most sense. It was great. It was such a good WrestleMania. So Kaiser in the ring, eating kicks from Riddle, but catches one of them. Riddle rolls through, grabs the ankle, going for an ankle lock, but Kaiser gets to the ropes. Based on how Kofi was booked as champ, you can tell Vince didn't want to put the title on him. Yeah, I mean, it was Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 30 level of hype, I think, because it was someone that we knew deserved it. We knew that had worked hard, so it was so well done. Because there was no way that Kofi shouldn't have been a world champion. Exactly, says Sassy, yeah. But yeah, there's plenty of people that should be world champion or should have earned a world championship, but haven't. And I think that Kofi being able to claim that he has been a world champion is so good. It's so well earned, and it's a shame that Brock came out and absolutely destroyed that reign in, like, was it 8 seconds? So Riddle onto the apron, huge kick to the chest of Kaiser. Riddle talking to Gunther and saying, back it up. But distracted by Gunther. So Kaiser with a very unusual suplex off the ring apron to the mat on the outside. Logan Paul's going to win the briefcase and cash in on Seth at SummerSlam. Is that the call, or is that your prediction, Misfit? Kane should have been a champion. Kane was world champion at one point. He held it in 1999, I think it was. It was only for a very, very short reign, but he did end up holding the WWE Championship or the World But yeah, it did deserve a longer reign. So it's what you've heard, Misfit. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Storyline wise, you can see that happening. But I just don't think they should put the title on a social media part-timer. Because he doesn't wrestle on many shows. Well, I say many shows. He only wrestles on the big pay-per-views. I mean, he's wrestled at Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. He's not done the house show circuit. He's not done, really, any Monday Night Raw matches, I don't think. So Sassy says, if they do that, you're done with Raw. So you wouldn't even come just to join me then? Yeah, they should have. Yeah, they did put the title on Goldberg. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. History isn't so fond of the full timers. They always want to put these part timers over. But for me, you don't put the title on him. You shouldn't have put the title on Goldberg. Oh, Sassy. I'm going to blush. Actually, if I shaved, would you still join me? Because I know that's your cup of tea. So if I shaved and went full clean shaven, would that sort of put the appeal up for you? Yes, you'd still join. Oh, that's nice. They had people wrestle hard fought matches to get into Money in the Bank, and Logan Paul did nothing. Exactly. But it's his status that gets him in places, innit? I can't just walk up to a nightclub and walk into the VIP section because I've got nothing about my name. Logan Paul will walk into a VIP section. Logan Paul has lost his last 2 matches, yeah. So, yeah, I can completely see where you're coming from. It's a WWE thing to do, to put the briefcase on him and make him cash in. Oh, Riddle just jumped up to the top. We've just come back from commercial break. Fisherman style suplex off the top rope, superplex. Yeah, Misfits. Sassy's agreeing with that. WWE treat their stars so wrong. Yeah. How can you build a star when you're putting over a part-timer or a social media star instead of your own sort of homegrown style stars? Might as well add Lesnar to the match too. Yeah, I'd quite like that, because then it would create even more intrigue. If you had him in the match as well, him going up against Logan Paul would actually be a great match, I think. But I don't think Lesnar would do it. People are going to complain that the Money in the Bank has only 6 and the men's have 7. Probably, but they don't have they don't have a smaller roster overall, I think. Oh, Riddle went for a shooting star standing moonsault. Kaiser rolled out the way, but Riddle landed on his feet, and then Kaiser taken to the outside. Riddle's on the apron. Springboard floating bro off the second rope to Kaiser on the outside. Beautiful. Back inside. That looks like a fisherman buster, fisherman suplex, brain buster type mover. Oh, manages to hook the leg with his Riddle's other leg and gets a solid 2 count. Do we think that Gunther will get involved in the match? Friday, Shotzi and Bayley ends in a double count out. Both Bayley and Shotzi are added. Problem solved. I think that'll be what they'll do. Both Shotzi and Bayley, I think, deserve to be in the Money in the Bank match. So if you have that end in either a double count out or a DQ, because you could have a Sky try and help Bayley, and ends up causing a disqualification. So Bayley can then go, I didn't lose the match. It was lost for me, and ends up getting put into the match at the same time. So, yeah. Oh, Kaiser's chest is looking a little bit raw. So Gunther ramping up the intensity, some big chops, and then an underhook suplex. Gunther went for a back elbow, but Riddle caught it into a suplex. Broderick from Riddle. 1, 2, 3 count. There we go. So 83% of you got Riddle right this time. That was a good selection. So in comes Gunther. Eating kicks from Riddle, but catches one. And then sweeps the leg out from under Riddle. Gunther directing Kaiser to rain blows down on Matt Riddle. So crucifix position from Kaiser, leaving Riddle completely helpless. Gunther working the ankle of Riddle. So Misfit doesn't think Shotzi should be in the Money in the Bank after the performance in last year's match. I don't think that all of it was her fault. The match itself had a lot of spots that didn't really go as well as they should have. But I do think that Shotzi has improved quite a lot over the past year, because she was still sort of quite new to the main roster at the time. So I know what you're saying, Misfit. I would personally prefer to see Shotzi in there, because if she does have a bad match, there is more people to cover that. If there is only her and someone else in there and she has a bad match, like people said about Ronda Rousey, it wasn't all on Shotzi's shoulders, but that is what happened. A lot of people put the blame on Shotzi. Gunther interference coming. I was expecting that, but it didn't happen, which I'm quite shocked at. Bronson Reed beat Okada. Watson's not even in the Money in the Bank. Technically, Bronson Reed didn't. It was Jonah. It's different people. Oh, man, he messing Misfit. Yeah. So Bronson Reed, when he was in New Japan, was called Jonah and did end up beating Kazuchika Okada in a match, which is someone that very rarely loses a match. But losing against Jonah shows that the faith that New Japan had in him, and come back to WWE as Bronson Reed. So Misfit would rather give the spot to someone like Xia Li, who hasn't been on TV. Yeah, Xia Li's a great performer. Experienced, knows how to work a crowd. Sassy agrees with that. So, yeah. I mean, I could completely agree with having it go with Xia Li. But I do think that to put her into the matches of this stage when there hasn't been any TV time really for her, doesn't make sense because it's like, who's this unknown person and why are they in the match? I think if you're going to put them in the Money in the Bank match, you should have at least a couple of matches on TV beforehand. Probably get a couple of wins as well to make it feel legitimate. I'm going to have another pepperami. O's a pick for the women's Money in the Bank. So, who do you think? I know who I've got in my head picked. So, who do you think, Sassy? Shotzi hasn't had much TV time either. She was on TV to be someone's tag partner or take the L. Yeah, she's been working with Raquel Rodriguez since Liv got injured. So she's had a few matches over the past few weeks. So Misfits going Io, Sassy's going Raquel. Out of everyone, I've been saying Io for a while. Io, I think, should turn face going up against Bayley. When it was Night of Champions, the one that was in... No, it wasn't Night of Champions. Backlash in Puerto Rico. She was getting the biggest pop of the night. It was ridiculous how loud the Io was getting cheered. And it should have been where WWE listened to that and pulled the plug straight away, I think. Will's backstage now, struggling to walk. Got a couple of people helping him. So I've got Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens backstage. Oh, we've got Imperium as well. So Kaiser saying, we just want you to make sure you saw what happens to Riddle. So Sami Zayn looking at his phone. Kevin Owens getting a bit annoyed at Kaiser. So something has to be dealt with, said Sami Zayn. Oh, we're going Chad Gable or All from Academy coming out now. WWE are not high on Raquel, it shows with the booking. Supposedly they are high on her, but the booking's ridiculous for her. So we've got Alpha Academy coming out to ring with Maxine Dupree. So Alpha Academy's newest recruit, Maxine, is being trained by Chad Gable for a match, supposedly. Obviously, storyline. There was a bit on social media where they was trying to teach Maxine how to do a hip toss. Oh, we're going Chad Gable with a suplex. And trying to get Maxine to do a suplex. So Valhalla last week was supposedly shocked, and everyone was shocked by how well Maxine performed. I love Otis. So Chad Gable looking at teaching Maxine how to do the suplex now. So looking at it, it's going to be Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. I don't know if I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago when I was on, but in the UK we have a theme park, and one of their water rides there is called Valhalla. It's just had a massive refurbishment, and it's always voted one of the best dark rides on the planet, which is quite interesting. It's not well, it's interesting to me because I like my roller coasters. So Sassy saying in WWE, no one gets good booking except Roman. There is a lot of people that I think get good booking. It's just obviously not main event level stuff. WWE needs to stop pouring their eggs in one basket. Yeah, they do. Raquel isn't connecting with the crowd like you or Becky does. No, I see what you mean. True, but Ronda, Charlotte, or Shayna don't either. WWE isn't pushing Shayna. Charlotte and Ronda get reactions. I don't actually think Ronda gets a reaction anymore. People are meh. It's the best way to put it. She doesn't get cheered. She doesn't really get booed. She's just no real reactions. I mean, like Viking Raiders have just walked out, and I don't think there was a reaction from the crowd. Oh, there we go. So we've got Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. Alpha Academy supported by Maxine Dupree. Viking Raiders supported by Valhalla. So Chad Gable shouting to Maxine, it's all in the hips. Chad looking over at Otis as in comes Eric. Otis tagged in. So here we go, two big beefy men slapping beef. The Unstoppable Force versus the Immovable Object. Oh, Otis with a big shoulder tackle, taking down Eric. Oh no, it's not, it's Ivar, sorry. Ivar drops down. Are we going to get the caterpillar? Eric trying to cause a bit of a distraction on the apron. Gives Ivar a chance. Spinning heel kick. Beautiful. Oh, he might have injured himself there. More story you can tell with EO winning. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, EO's been over with the crowd for quite a while, so out of everyone, she's the best person to win that briefcase. Ivar's got all the Gable in front face lock. He's trying to fight his way back, step by step to his corner. Get the tag to Gable. But Ivar with a knee and a clubbing blow to the back of Otis. Oh, Ivar was looking for a suplex. Otis reverses. So both teams get the tag. In comes Gable, in comes Eric. Oh no, Gable, sorry. Gable with the upper hand. Beautiful neck breaker. Gable was looking for a suplex on either. Huge clothesline to the outside from Gable. Huge hip popping suplex from Gable as well. I hated this gimmick when it started, but it has really grown on me. Gable to the top, moonsault to the outside, taking out both members of the Viking Raiders. Eric pushed in the ring. Gable up to the top. Diving headbutt. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count there. Very, very close. Valhalla on the outside, looking frustrated, panicking, going up on the ring apron. Maxine Dupree walking around, grabbing the legs, pulling Valhalla off the apron. It's all in the hips. Maxine with a suplex to Valhalla on the outside. Beautiful. Crowd loving that. But Eric with a kick to Gable in the back. 1, 2. Oh, 3 count. So the Viking Raiders steal a win. So Norma saying Ronda's weak on the mic, never really got the skill of getting a back and forth going with the crowd. No, I agree. If we have the old show in Cleveland and Gargano's not on the show, oh man, if I was in the crowd, I would have a sign, if we don't get Gargano, we riot. Gargano teaming up with... that's why I said earlier on when Ciampa returned, if you have Ciampa return and then you have Gargano come out and basically come out, rip his shirt off and he's got a DIY shirt underneath, the crowd would have gone insane. No sense of timing. No, I don't think she does. But Dom is so good. Dom is brilliant on the mic. It was rubbish as a face, and I think everyone will agree with that. But since he turned heel, he has really upped his game. Yeah, he's upped his game massively. His character is a lot better. His heel work has been fantastic. So we're going Rhea Ripley versus Natalya in a match coming up. Got a poll ready for you guys. So Rhea versus Natalya. There we go. So Rhea's been dealing with kneecap issues, which is why she hasn't been wrestling much. Yeah. Can you get a vote? I've been doing votes already. I've seen you get them in whenever you want. Misfit would have had Dom over Logan Paul. I think that'd have been great. Hi, Asin, says Sassy. How was your weekend on Father's Day? My Sunday, what did I do? I popped to my gran and granddad's to say hello. And then just did a little bit of shopping. Nothing exciting, really. I watched the Formula One on the night. And I went to bed. Yeah, I didn't do that much hassling, but how about yourself? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good Father's Day? People saying Cody winning Money in the Bank was a bad idea. Yeah, I think it would have been, because it's an easy path to the title, and obviously Cody's meant to be a workhorse, so he wants to earn that position. I'm going to have a chocolate bar again. Not as bad as Logan Paul winning. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think Logan Paul's been put in there just to sort of give a lot of people it's going to be Logan Paul. I don't think they'll put it on him. I still think they'll put it on LA Knight. Misfits saying that they can confirm that Ciampa was set to answer Rollins' open challenge. I'd have preferred the open challenge, yeah. Because you have him, but then again, would you want him to return and lose the match against Seth? That's not going to put you over, really. So that might be why they've swapped it, to have the Miz sort of just take a loss. Sassy saying it's a good challenger for Rollins. Yeah, I'd prefer to see both of them go to one-on-one on a pay-per-view instead, though. I think if you have them go on a pay-per-view, it's okay for Ciampa to take a loss. But if you bring him back, it's a big return and then end up losing. It's basically burying him straight away, I think. Not burying him, but not sort of giving him the position he deserves straight away. So we've got Rhea in the ring, stood waiting for Natalya. So I've got Kathy Kelly asking Natalya how she's prepared differently for this match. Problem with LA Knight winning, and you like LA Knight, but what do you do with him after he wins the briefcase? Like, we know what comes with Io if she wins. I'd prefer LA Knight to cash in on Seth. But I think that if you're going to have him cash in on Seth, you could do it as a announcement of, I'm going to be cashing in at a pay-per-view. Or you could have Seth go up against someone in a big match, end up losing, and then... No, not end up losing. Seth could win, but is bloodied up. And then LA Knight comes out, takes the title off him. Yeah. With Io, I think Io's guaranteed to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and then win the title. So Natalya coming down to the ring, gets on the apron. Rhea attacks from behind straight away. So Rhea's just been brutal to start with, attacking Natalya before the bell starts. Oh, thrown into that barricade with some force. And then into the steel steps. Rollins is more likely to walk into Mania 40 as a champion. I could see that happening. Yeah, I mean, besides the Money in the Bank winner, who else do you think could take the title off him? So Natalya finally back in the ring. Rhea picking up Natalya from the floor into the riptide. So Rhea and Natalya not even going started as a match. So Damian Priest, I think that Damian Priest is my pick to win the Royal Rumble next year. I've said it early, because I think that Damian Priest beating Seth Rollins for the championship at WrestleMania is the sort of best storyline we can have going forward, because I think it's an easy story to tell. Misfits laughing that Natalya was buried again. Yeah. Misfit thinks Priest is taking the IC title from Gunther. That's an interesting booking. So Rhea and Raquel face to face. So again, Raquel Rodriguez coming out now. Raquel saying that Rhea's not ready for Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel needs a gimmick. Yeah, definitely. Can you get a vote? Yeah, I'm already on it for you. And they just teased Rhea's SummerSlam match. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. But Raquel Rodriguez versus Trish Stratus, Money in the Bank qualifier. That's coming up next. So WWE already set up Rhea's program for SummerSlam, which means Raquel ain't winning the briefcase. No, definitely not. I would still prefer to see Raquel in the Money in the Bank match over Trish Stratus, though. Trish Stratus, is she not a legend taking the place of a person they could build? Because to me, you could have put Indy Hartwell in the match. So easy to do a Xena Warrior Princess gimmick or a Goddess gimmick. Yeah, I agree. Trish will be in the match to further the Becky stuff. Yeah, but I think that Trish and Becky would be a great pairing either way, whether it's in the Money in the Bank or not. Indy's still injured. Okay. But yeah, I think if Indy wasn't injured, I think she would be a hell of a lot better fit for the match than either Trish or Raquel Rodriguez. So Misfit would have Nikki Cross over Trish or Raquel. I agree. Nikki Cross, I don't think is someone that you would expect to win the match, even though she has done before. But I don't think that. I think there's more people in the match that is more beneficial to winning. Nikki Cross, I think, will be there to put on some big high spots or some sort of dangerous looking spots because Nikki Cross is good at that stuff. Same as Io Sky, she's good at that stuff. Women's match has 0 UK presence in the match. You don't count Becky, even though she's from the UK. I know she's Irish. Well, she's not UK, she's Irish. But does she not count? So we've got Cody backstage. And we've got Akira Tozawa saying, "I'm your man" for the tag match. So Cody Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So Cody didn't accept the challenge. Didn't accept Akira Tozawa. Cody wants the current tag team champions. Kevin Owens just wants to punch people in the face. So Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dom. Not sure why people thought it would be anyone else but Sami and KO. Yeah, I mean, it's the most logical sense. They've had history in the past of helping each other out, so it makes sense, doesn't it? So going Trish come out now. And Zoe Stark is following. Not a lot of females in WWE since Paige left. I mean, you've got Nikki Cross, you've got Piper Niven, you've got Tegan Knox. So you've got a few people from the UK. Cody's like a proud dad when he sees KO and Sami having fun again. So am I. I love it when KO and Sami are having fun. Kevin Owens at the minute, where he's calling stuff as he sees it and going angry at the simplest things is quite entertaining. I do quite like it. So I've already done the poll ready. So everyone thinks Raquel Rodriguez is going to win this one. So Trish looks tiny compared to Raquel. So just rewatched the KO Imperium segment and Sammy broke both Gunther and Kaiser. I know. It's great when Sammy or KO break anyone because it's so funny. I'd struggle. I would really struggle to keep character. Raquel with a bear hug and then just ragdolling Trish. Raquel picks up Trish with ease and a big, big slam. You know, you don't have to ask Sassy if you're not feeling great, if you're feeling tired or anything like that. You know, just go look after yourself. Don't panic about sending me a message. It's not a problem, Sassy. You'll go look after yourself. When was the last time Trish had a singles match on Raw? A long while ago, I think. Let's have a look. So the last time that Trish had a singles match on Monday Night Raw was 2006, defeating Mickie James. She has been in... so 2011, Vicky Guerrero defeated Trish Stratus in a no DQ match. But before that, there was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, which was April this year. And then before that, the last match was Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair defeating Natalya and Trish Stratus. That was in 2019. So, yes, apart from this year, it's been a good 4 years since we've seen Trish on Monday Night Raw in a match. You too, Sassy. Hope you'll feel better soon. Last singles match on Raw was match 13. Yeah, I always look at cagematch.net because that'll do all matches, house shows, stuff like that. So, yeah, 2011 was a no DQ match, Vicky Guerrero versus Trish Stratus. And then the week after that, it was a 4-on-2 handicap match. And then it's been sort of multi-person matches sort of since then. So Wong's choosing Raquel to win this one. What feels weird, Misfit? So Trish, big right hand to Raquel. Camel clutch to Raquel. Will she tap out? Fish hook in the mouth on Raquel as well. Don't remember the Vicky match. Probably a good reason. Well, yeah, I mean, it was... Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, the match itself was 2.5 minutes. So it's... Yeah. Feels weird seeing Trish wrestle on Raw more. Yeah, I know what you mean. Cody Rhodes chose Sami and Kevin Owens as his tag partners. Yeah, it's going to be a great, entertaining match, I think. Trish is no selling for Raquel. Yeah, I mean, it's one where Trish obviously is the veteran, so needs to look strong. I don't know why, though. We've got Zoe Stark on the outside, taking the leg out from under Raquel. And then Trish pushing Raquel into the ring post. It didn't last long. No. So there comes Becky. Crowd sort of let you know that was happening. Becky knew taking out Zoe Stark. Trish thrown into the barricade by Becky. So DQ. So Trish is now part of the Money in the Bank match. Becky looks annoyed and sort of shocked that she's just caused that. So Raquel, is she going to take out Becky? Trish is like the betraying Becky Lynch. Still remember that? Yeah. Trish won via a DQ. We kind of expected that, I think, though, didn't we? So, yeah, you've got Trish Stratus, Zoe Stark, Io Sky, Bayley. I didn't see the other two. So both Raquel Rodriguez and Becky in the ring sort of arguing, upset that Trish has won. Raquel couldn't believe Trish won. Yeah. Becky isn't winning due to Trish and Zoe. Zelina has 0 chance. Yeesh. I'd like to see Zelina win. I don't think she will because of how popular Rio is at the minute. But I would like to see Zelina win it because I think she's got great crowd interaction, great fan support. Io or Bayley? I don't think it'll be Bayley. I think that'll basically be Io wins the match and then afterwards, maybe on Raw or SmackDown, Bayley turns on Io. That obviously turns Io face straight away. So they've still got the match announced tomorrow for NXT Gold Rush, Bron Breakker versus Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, we've seen Bron Breakker on Monday Night Raw interviewing backstage. One I'd like to see Zelina Vega win as well, yeah. Misfit loves Zelina, but they only pushed her for Puerto Rico. Yeah, I mean, it was the easiest push, I think. So Bron Breakker is saying that Seth shouldn't deserve to get out of the match tomorrow night. So Bron Breakker is saying that he's going to hurt Seth freaking Rollins real freaking bad. So Nama wishes Raquel would have attacked Becky. Good chance for her to do a heel turn. It's a good way for it to go. Exactly, yeah. Why is Braun showing Seth's backing out? I don't know. Here comes the Queen Nakamura. Zelina Vega don't really wanted to win for her own family, her own teammates. Yeah. So we're going Nakamura versus Bronson Reed up next. I'll get that poll going right now for you. There we go. That's done for us. So they've just set up Rhea's next challenger, so they won't. Yeah. Here comes Nakamura now. Ricochet interference. Yes, I'm presuming that after last week. So yeah, I think it'd be a good match too, Nama. And I think that the Raquel character is going a bit boring as of right now. A heel turn might reinvigorate a character and make people care about her a little bit more. Wong's chosen Nakamura to win. Yeah. It's either that or it'll be an interference from Ricochet. So we're on a commercial break. We've only got about 45 minutes left. Raquel as a heel is exactly like her as a face, just without the smiling. I know it'll be very similar, but I think it'll still, I mean, like Dom was face for quite a while and then turned heel, and then the character itself was reinvigorated, I think. So I think on the main roster, I think it'd work. Charlotte versus Bianca is going to happen at SummerSlam without the title, if plans are still happening for Rhea. I don't want that. I want Bianca to turn heel. Heel Bianca going up against Io Sky. I think is a good match. Although heel Bianca, I think could have a good match with quite a lot of people. So Becky talking with Baron Saxton. So did Becky screw herself or did she? Because now Becky's in a match with Trish with ladders. If you really want to do something with Raquel, put her in the LWO. It makes sense. But if you've already got Zelina Vega, do you need another woman in the match? So we've got Nakamura in the ring now, waiting for Bronson Reed to come out. So we've got Bronson Reed about to come out now. Diamond Man had 3 girls in the faction. Yeah. The only problem with it is main roster, Vince control. If it was Triple H in full control, I'd completely agree. I think it'd work. But I don't think that with Vince in there, I think he likes the more female dynamic. So we've got, at the minute, Nakamura coming straight out with a big flying kick to Bronson Reed. Vince doesn't like the intergender factions, which is why he split Nikki Cross from Sanity. Yeah. Like I said, I'm surprised that he hasn't split up Rhea from Judgment Day yet. Nakamura off the ropes. Bronson Reed takes down Nakamura and then a big elbow. Vince isn't a factions person. He's not a factions person. He's not even a tag person. He hates them, doesn't he? If it's not a one-on-one, he's not really interested. Nakamura's in a bear hug from behind from Jonah, Bronson Reed. And we're going to Let's Go Shinsuke chant. One huge chop drops Nakamura. Bronson Reed shouting, "Let's go Shinsuke." Nakamura with a overhead kick. Nakamura puts Bronson Reed in the ropes. And then the sliding German suplex. Beautiful. And here comes Ricochet. After last week, is Ricochet going to interfere? Yeah, Edge is the reason Rhea is in Judgment Day. Vince was forced to retire shortly after. So had Triple H not took over creative when he did, Judgment Day would have died months ago. I think Judgment Day wouldn't have even lasted 6 months. And the fact that it's been going on for over a year now is just testament to how Triple H can do long-term stories, I think. So this is where I do feel quite aggrieved about having to do Monday Night Raw, is the amount of commercial breaks. So that man saved the careers of everyone in Judgment Day, and so many more. And it's absolutely fantastic. I think that if you took Vince McMahon out of the equation again, the booking and storylines would make a lot of sense. You would have new stars being built. Because the one thing I did quite like a few years ago, I know that Bischoff didn't last too long, but when Paul Heyman was in charge of creative, because he was building new stars, you had Buddy Murphy being built, Aleister Black being built. They was having absolutely bangers on Raw week after week. But they got rid of him, and then they disappeared, and then they got released. So it was quite disheartening when Vince took back over control from Paul Heyman. So coming back onto Raw, Nakamura versus Bronson Reed. Aleister Black was positioned at one point to win the 2020 Rumble and beat Lesnar for the title. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, 2020 was won by Drew McIntyre. After eliminating Lesnar, it was a brilliant Royal Rumble match, one of the best in recent memory, I think. Nakamura with some kicks to Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed with a ripcord into a power slam. 1, 2, kick out at 2 from Nakamura. Ricochet almost looking like he's sat ringside. So it was a Heyman call, but Vince said no. It was such a good storyline, but Vince obviously is always going to say no. Nakamura looking for an armbar, but Bronson Reed picks Nakamura up into a powerbomb, hooks the leg 1, 2, and kick out at 2 by Nakamura. So Nakamura on the apron, but taken to the outside with a big forearm from Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed to the ring apron. And a shoulder tackle to Nakamura. Brutal. They had Black Lose to Carl Anderson on a random episode of Raw for no reason. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. So Bronson Reed trying to sort of throw Nakamura into Ricochet, but Ricochet's wise to it. Ricochet got out of the chair. Nakamura got pushed into the chair. And then Ricochet was using that drop kick to the chair to throw Nakamura into Bronson Reed. Very, very unique. Nakamura went for a kick, missed, but then gets the secondary kick. Nakamura was looking for the Kinshasa. Ricochet was up on the apron for some reason. But Nakamura took out Ricochet. Nakamura's in the drop zone. Bronson Reed going up to the top. Tsunami. 1, 2, 3. So apparently Vince didn't have any clue that Black was on an undefeated streak. He's oblivious in it to a lot of things. So again, we've had a lot of wrestling on tonight's show, which is quite nice. So you've had Bronson Reed lose to Nakamura, and then Ricochet qualifies for the Money in the Bank. Nakamura's qualified for Money in the Bank. But then you're having them lose to Bronson Reed? That doesn't make sense at all. So we're on another commercial break. I think it's the third one in less than 15 minutes. So in the main event, we reckon Cody's winning, don't we? Cody and Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Yep, I'll do that one now for you, Asin, don't worry. Let's get this ready. There you go. We know it's happening, so I'll put the banner on. I'll put the vote in for you, Asin. Don't worry. There you go. So we're going a promo for Money in the Bank, which is less than 2 weeks away, and it's in the UK. So we're still on that commercial break. Should be coming back any second. Come on. So Dark Side of the Rings tomorrow night. Story of Doink the Clown. I haven't had that name, and had that name in a long time. But Matt Bourne or someone. Matt. Yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So Seth is supposedly been taken to the hospital to have an X-ray on his ribs. Seth said he's not going to make excuses. So Seth says he'll be at NXT tomorrow. And for Balor, that's the guy that beat him 7 years ago. Welcome back. Seth says Money in the Bank can't come soon enough. So Seth freaking Rollins versus Bron Breakker tomorrow at NXT Gold Rush for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we've got KO coming out now. Main event time. Prince Devitt didn't beat Rollins 7 years ago, though. No, it wasn't Prince Devitt. We know it was Balor. Oh, Sami Zayn. Crowd popping for Sami Zayn. Crowd singing along with Sami's music, as always. The Balor we got tonight was Prince Devitt, not WWE Finn Balor. Yeah, it was more of his New Japan ruthlessness, wasn't it? Very aggressive, very unforgiving, which is obviously the best version of Balor, I think. So that's what Misfit wants from heel Balor. Yeah. from a heel, you want the absolute ruthlessness, the aggression, the intensity. So we've got Cody coming out, and we've got Sammy and Kevin in the ring. Sammy dancing along, singing along to Downstate. Judgment Day is more Bullet Club than the OC and Bullet Club Gold. Yeah. Cody's giving his weight belt to Fan in the crowd, as always. Always well over with the crowd. Sammy's in, doing the woe as well. Crowd loving it. We've got Catriona in. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, mate. Supposed to hit the Judgment Day. It is hard to. Balor and Damian Priest are absolutely brilliant performers, absolutely great in the ring. Dom is the perfect heel at the minute. And how can you hit Rhea Ripley? The singing last week ruined Finn Balor as a threat for Rollins. Yeah. So we're going another recap of last week's SmackDown. The Bloodline implosion. So SmackDown this week, we've got a tag team unification match. The women's tag titles versus the NXT tag titles. Balor seems to be fine. After tonight, looks like a threat to Seth. Yeah, it all depends. I think it all depends on what he does in this match. If he gets in and has a big, strong showing and gets the win, yeah, they're building him up as a possible threat for Seth. If he doesn't do much, they could be protecting him from sort of in a loss. Dom's going to take the pin. Misfits going for it. Yeah, I think out of everyone, you want Dom to take the pin. Makes everyone else sort of protected in a way. Wong is definitely choosing Sammy and Kevin Owens and Cody to win over the Judgment Day. So Cody's going to pin Dom, and then Dom is going to beat Cody at Money in the Bank. I can't fault it. I can't pick a hole in it. So yeah, I'll agree with that. That sounds like a great plan. Oh, my back's going a bit sore now. So Wong's going the opposite way, Misfit. Wong wants Cody to win with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So we'll have to see who's right out of both of you. I do think that can't make Priest or Balor because they are in big matches at the pay-per-view. I mean, going up against Cody, is that not a big match? I mean, it's not as impactful in terms of the ramifications of the win or loss. So Seth Rollins will be on the Pat McAfee show tomorrow on YouTube. So we've got Judgment Day now finally coming out. So there's been some heat between Damien and Balor lately. Interesting to see if that continues in this match. I'd love just to see JD McDonough come out. Just stand there. Don't do anything. Don't interfere. Don't do anything to affect the outcome of the match. But just come out and just stand there. I think that would be really cool. It's very slow news day for wrestling. Yeah. First match for Fastlane. Demon Balor versus Gunther versus Will Ospreay for the IC title. Great booking, Catriona. Let's have a look, see whose birthdays are happening. So birthdays, which I normally do. 19th, which is what date it is in the US at the minute. There isn't anyone. There isn't any birthdays for June the 19th. 18th, day before, you would have had Bruiser Brody. There is a great episode of Dark Side of the Ring about him if you want to check that out. But then I'm in the UK, so it is the 20th because it's past midnight. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. You've got Coco Beware and Don West. And then tomorrow, so 21st, there isn't anyone either. But then the 22nd, you've got Earthquake. And then the day after, the 23rd, you've got Brandy Rhodes and Billy Kay, formerly of the Iconics. So apparently WWE has no plans to add JD McDonough to Judgment Day. One of the members of Judgment Day will be out with the Judgment Day faction group. Hope it would be Dominic Mysterio. I mean, I think that they could separate him and Rhea completely separately to Balor and Damian Priest, and I think it would still work. Cody wants Dom in the match. So Dom comes in, tags straight out to Balor. So Cody Rhodes and Balor lock up. Balor with an headlock. Cody pushes him off, but Balor with a shoulder tackle. Goes for a quick pin, only gets a 1 count. Balor targeting the arm of Cody with a wrist lock. So Dominic is dead without Rhea. Yeah, they can't separate them, but I think they could take both of them out of Judgment Day and just have them as a separate pairing. Sort of like Eddie Guerrero and China was. I think that would be quite a great way to do it. So in comes Dominic Mysterio finally. Now Judgment Day have got more of an upper hand. Big chop to the back of Cody. Cody just sort of takes it, shrugs it off, looks across, and Dom scarpers out of that ring. Hands behind Mummy. Dom comes in the ring, tags straight out to Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes in, and Sami Zayn gets the tag. So big right hands from Damian Priest, and then boots in the corner. Damian Priest is one that I think is absolutely phenomenal of a performer. He's tall, but he's agile, he's quick, he can go in the ring, he's half decent on a promo. So Balor with a Bloody Sunday on the apron, but Gunther with a big boot. Ospreay's up and high flying, take down both Gunther and Balor, who will win. I don't know with that one, Catriona. I don't know. Wish it would happen from the Judgment Day. Rhea and Dominic would be separate. Yeah. Sami Zayn with a big suplex to Dominic Mysterio. They're treating him as the modern day in China. Yeah. And it's great. And I think they should lean into it even more. Oh. Big close line. Big sort of boot from Sami Zayn to Dominic Mysterio. But Rhea on the apron with the close line while the referee's back was turned. Gives Judgment Day the upper hand as we're going into that commercial break. So Dom would never change his mind on Rhea and the rest of the Judgment Day. Yeah, I mean, they've made him. I don't even think he was over before joining the Judgment Day. So Punk is rumoured to be on Dynamite this week. That's interesting. I think that was the whole point of Collision, is to separate him from the rest of the roster that don't want to work with him. People wanted Dom in NXT before Judgment Day. Oh, Dynamite's in Chicago. Oh, yeah. I reckon he'll turn up then. It'd be surprised not for him to turn up in Chicago at Dynamite. Punk will be on Dynamite every now and again. Yeah. I think that he should be on Dynamite every now and again, because obviously it creates the interest of, you don't know where he's going to show up. But I think that people might not like the fact that he's showing up. So is this the main event of the last match? Yeah, so this one's the main event match tonight. There's about 9 minutes left. So that match will go to the end of the show probably. and then I'll be doing my review. So the Elite won't be at Dynamite. So that's probably the only reason that Punk will be there. So coming back. So will there be another Collision show on next Saturday? There will be. I think they're doing it every single week now. I don't know if we will be covering it. We did the first one just because of how big it was, but it all depends on if people are available to do it and stream it from us. Just because obviously we're doing it at 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, so we're having to stay up half the night to actually stream it. Punk was going to be on Dynamite if the Elite were there or not. I don't know. I think that the Elite would probably sort of kick off if he was. Oh, this is the main event commercial. Yeah. So hopefully we get a few more minutes of wrestling because we've got 8 minutes left. And we've already had a commercial break at 1:45 and then another commercial break just then. Collision is a weekly show, yeah. All of them chopped by Gunther, but Ospreay with an elbow to Balor and a super drop kick. Balor and Gunther powerbomb by Gunther. Balor with a reverse Bloody Sunday. So you watched AEW Collision on Saturday on YouTube? Yeah. The Elite and Punk are going to be at the pay-per-view on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, it's Forbidden Door. I think with stuff like pay-per-views, you put business before anything else, I think, or you should do. Kevin Owens is on the apron, fighting, screaming for the tag. Sami Zayn's hoping to get that hot tag. Balor grabbed the ankle. Dom gets the hot tag. Kevin Owens gets the hot tag. In comes Dom. In comes KO. KO just stomping away on Dominic. Big right hand to Damian Priest on the apron. Rolls out. Close line to Dom, who was trying to get to the back area. Kevin Owens not letting that happen. Dom tossed back in the ring. Super kick from KO. KO with a crotch chop and a cannonball. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. Kick out from Dom at 2. Rhea looks terrified on the outside. So Dom pushed into the ropes. KO was looking for that pop-up powerbomb, but Balor gets the tag. Balor stomping away like he did on Seth at the start of the show. Sling blade from Balor to KO. Balor was looking for that shotgun drop kick, but Kevin Owens got the super kick. Cody up onto the apron. Is KO going to get that tag? Gets the tag to Cody. In comes Damian Priest as well. Cody with a flying forearm. Drop down uppercut. Big power slam to Damian Priest from Cody. Disaster kick. Beautiful. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Damian Priest manages to get a good, strong kick out. Punk was already booked for Dynamite that it was already aware. So one was under the impression when I saw CM Punk in Collision last Saturday. Yeah, you did. Punk is supposed to be setting up his match against Kenta at Forbidden Door. I was quite surprised they didn't do it after the main event on Dynamite, on Collision. So in comes Dom. Dom dumped out to the outside by Sami Zayn. Rhea catches Dom. Rhea's jumping up on the apron now. Going face to face with Sami. What's Sami going to do? Sami off the ropes. Oh, flip over the top rope. Taking out Dom on the outside. Cody Cutter, beautiful to Damian Priest in the ring. 1, 2. Last second kick out. So since it was Punk's return match, they didn't want anyone else thinking anything but Punk's return. Well, yeah, but if you'll put Kenta there, I think that people would search for Kenta. That would also then bring up CM Punk as well. So to me, that would make a bit of sense because it's cross promotion and it's getting Forbidden Door talked about. So the snap slam on Priest by Cody is nice. Probably hard to do it on a big man like Priest. Yeah. But I mean, like Randy Orton does one of the best snap slams in the business, I think. So Dom tossing KO to the outside. Dom off the ropes, but Sami Zayn in with a clothesline. Sami in the corner. Hello over kick to Dom. Into KO to the stunner. And then Cody ready. And then Cody with the crossroads to Damian Priest. Those legal, man. 1, 2, 3 count. Crowd making this match even better. Yeah, the crowd are popping all the way through for that last couple of minutes at least. That was a great end. So the faces, Cody, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn pick up the win. And then Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens with the tag titles, stood behind Cody. And then as the song hits the whoa, the titles go up. Cody just laughs at, loves it. Pretty sure Dom was legal. I thought that Dom tagged out in the sort of melee that happened. But, oh well. I mean, it was entertaining. That's the main thing. So we're going to go through it. We're going to do our Raw recap. It's not going to be a long one because I am actually at work in 5 hours. So I'm tired. I need sleep. So I'm going to start it off. I'm going to keep it quite easy. My match of the night was this main event. It was a great, entertaining main event. The crowd was hyped for it. Even though we do get a lot of commercial breaks, I did enjoy the match itself. The ending was nice. It was fast-paced. It was finisher, big move, finisher, which makes it great entertainment. My performer of the night, I would probably have to go to Balor, because he had the segment right at the start attacking Seth Rollins. Then he had the great match for the main event. And then my moment of the night, I think I'd have to go for that Ciampa return, because it was great. So Misfit has gone performer of the night, Ciampa's theme. I liked it when he was super badass heel and he didn't have any entrance music. He just walked out to that chorus of boos that he used to get. That was my favourite point of Ciampa's sort of heel run. It was so good. So, yeah, my performer is Balor. Sorry. Performer, like I said, is Balor. Match of the night was the main event, 3-on-3 tag match. My moment of the night was that Ciampa return. So, as an overall show, I'm going to give that a good 7.5 out of 10. It was a great show overall. A lot of wrestling on it, which is what we want from a wrestling show. There wasn't really a bad segment overall, I don't think. I think certain bits just didn't feel either long enough or didn't have enough hype. So Misfits, glad the crowd popped for Ciampa. Me too. So that's it from me. Like I said on my Raw recap, I don't waste time because I'm going to go to sleep. So thanks for joining. If you haven't, like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. It does really help us out. And any donations, whether it is through our Patreon, whether it is through super chats on YouTube, does greatly appreciate us. If you do want any of our merchandise, you can go through our spread shop and get our Give Me a Hull t-shirts, Hullamaniacs t-shirts. There is plenty of different options on there. But thank you for joining. And if you are watching in the future on a repeat, like and share, tick that notification bell. I shall see you soon. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, yeah.
Hello, this is Shotzi Blackheart, and welcome to Gimme a Whole Yeah! I hope everyone checking this out in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day.